Hello, everyone. Welcome. I want to talk today about how can you be heard when you're not exactly sure what to say. So my name's Libby Lee. I come live on every Wednesday, and I really help the healers and intuitive coaches who are creating a big impact in the world do it without burnout. So this conversation is I share this conversation with the vision of what's coming, as in we're setting up for the change in year, and that energy really does shift. So when we think about the new year and we have our big vision and we're drawn by purpose and we have a big mission of what we want to share and what we want to create in the world, and the world around us is changing, the collective energy is amplifying, we have this huge awakening and the raising of the consciousness on the planet globally, all of that is happening, and we have our part that we want to play as well. So I just wanted to share a little bit about the momentum of that and what happens, like, where do we fit in? Where is our piece of the puzzle with sharing that in terms of creating our impact and helping the people that we want to help? So I know that for me, as I've grown as a person, I'm 40 now. Like, if you think about the last 20 years of life, of that adulthood life, and how much growth we go through, let alone the last 2 years for me personally, we really grow into our expression of ourselves and the expression of that purpose and the impact that we are really feeling drawn to create. And I look back and I think I really was, and I still am, quite an introvert, a real empath. So everything that's going on around me, I didn't have that discernment of what was mine and what was somebody else's. So that's one lesson that I'm so grateful to have learned, is that discernment between what is mine and what's not, so that I don't have to own everything energetically. And I really have started to learn my truth. And when I stopped and I got centered and I did the inner work and I peeled back the layers and I reached out to my mentors and I decided that I was all in on this journey of creating impact and helping people with their mission in the world, then I started to find my truth. Because I again look back from the last 20 years of adulthood, and it really is one of those things that takes a while to uncover, and it shifts and changes, right? Based on the growth of what you go through. So the deeper that I've been able to dive into what's true for me and what I'm here to create and really owning that, then I found I've been able to express myself. I've been able to express and find the words to articulate what I'm wanting to articulate. Plus, I believe that there was some layers, in old programs and stuff that I've been able to clear as well. But it really does come back to knowing your truth. And when you connect with that truth at such a deep level, it actually doesn't matter the words that you say. So right now, you're likely starting to understand what I'm saying, not through hearing the words that I'm expressing, but you're feeling that this is really, really true for me. And then you feel it in you, and it's that resonance. Or it might be a dissonance. And you're like, no, her truth isn't true for me. And, there's that dissonance as well. So it's amazing to know that it really isn't about having the right words, saying the right thing. That's one thing that we are taught, particularly with manners, and we're taught, the social skills of knowing the right thing to say. But when it's about you and your mission and your impact, the words don't matter. It's the energy and the transmission, and it's the integrity and the alignment that you have within that's what's going to be felt. So I really want to share with you that once I realized that, the expression became easy. So showing up as an introvert, showing up as an empath became so much easier when I realized all I need to do is come back to my center, and I know that there's a message to be shared. I know that the right people will feel what I am expressing, and it's not because of the audio, right? So when you really feel it, when you realize that there's no words that can be said, underneath it all, it can bring up some fear. What I realized was back then it was safer for me to stay unseen. It was safer for me to not put myself out there and be judged. And so once these fears came up and you have that realization, you've got to ask, where was I judging myself? Where did I feel like I wasn't enough? Why wasn't my truth worth expressing? So the three things that I recommend, if you have if you found it a bit tricky to show up and express yourself, to know what to say when you want to share your message with the world, when you want to move people, when you want to start a conversation, when you want to contribute to an amplifying of the energy, one of the first things that you can do is just simply express what you can, even if it's tiny. Just express what you can. Start small. And just like a funnel, it will just get easier and easier. That's what I've seen with my clients. They show up and they might, fumble and say and things go wrong to start with, but so quickly, just like you go to the gym and you improve week after week really, really fast. And you're like, wow, I've got strong fast. It happens with our expression as well. So instead of trying to figure out the right things to say, just go, what's the truth for me that I really want to share? And sometimes I pull cards. What do I want to express today? What wants to be shared today? Pull a card. Your intuition will speak to you, and you can show up and speak to that truth, and you can feel it, and your viewers will feel it. So just start small. And when you start small, then you will see that things will transmute. So you will have little learnings. You will have some growth that shows up from you just starting small. And that this is the legwork. You know how they say, you can't grow without doing the inner work. This is the inner work exposed, the inner work expressed. Step by step, little by little, we just show up and express our truth, whatever the belief is for you. And those sticky bits, the stuff that feels a little bit uncomfortable, it starts to not matter anymore, and it will start to dissipate because you become so much more comfortable with speaking your truth. So this is a part of the building belief. When you believe that it's important to share, it will be so much easier to share. So if you are a healer, an intuitive coach who really feels like that expression is the next step for you, you're ready to take that leap, but you're not sure how to do it, you're not sure what or where, and you need a bit of assistance, reach out. I have a really simple system that I can show you for showing up and staying really aligned and really centered in your truth. And it's really a beautiful journey once you dive in. So we are continuing to add content into the Abundant Healers Hub. So please come on in. I hope you guys have an amazing festive season. This is a big time of year, especially with the year that we've had. I don't particularly feel very festive. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hoping that energy will come, and or cultivating it for me and my kids and my family. And it's it's a time when the families come together, and historically it can be a time of that conflict, but I just hope that we all have the love in our heart and enjoy that time with our family. So I will see you guys after Christmas. I will still see you next Wednesday. And if you have any questions about your expression, if you just need some words of encouragement, PM me. Like I'm here as your cheerleader. I am here to just help you take the baby steps, because I know how important those baby steps are. I know the momentum. I've seen it time and time again, the momentum that those steps take and create. So it's time. It's time to be seen. It's time to be heard. You have a very, very important message to share with the world. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. I will see you all soon. See ya. Bye.